and welcome everybody. This is just a small little update video to let you know that I've been listening to what you've been saying. I've been looking at the kind of content you want to see, and we're basically making headways to make sure that we produce that sort of content. So in August, we will be focusing on Lens Studio and Blender. However, we're kind of going to approach these kind of videos a little bit different to how we have in the past. When we did the Spark videos, those became a bit disorganized. There wasn't really a kind of order to their releases. It was very much, here's a video, then here's a video on a completely different topic, and then we would return to another topic again. We don't really want to do that again for Lens Studio and Blender. So I'm actually spending a little bit more time thinking about the cohesive order of things, trying to make sure the videos go in a kind of more logical pattern. And we're also going to be introducing a new kind of difficulty gauge within these videos. So Spark, we're very much first tailing for a kind of newbie to beginner level. We had a few intermediate videos in there, but nothing really too heavy. But when it comes to Lens Studio and Blender, they're a little bit more of a different kettle of fish. So we're going to introduce a kind of level system. So we'll have beginner, which will be indicated by this symbol over here. We'll then have an intermediate level, which will be indicated by this symbol. And then we'll have a more difficult / expert level, which will come over and be indicated by this level symbol. So the thing to remember about these videos is we will be focusing largely on the beginner to intermediate, trying to keep away from the expert content, the more difficult areas, mainly because, well, two reasons mainly. One, if we can start from the beginning and kind of lay the foundation down first and build upon it, it just makes more sense rather than trying to work backwards and losing people along the way. Also, it kind of means that we have a bit more time to better prepare the more expert tutorials, which will actually be a bit more difficult to plan and kind of showcase, so to speak. So I've already got my little workstation over in the computer corner there, which is what I'm going to be recording the Lens Studio videos on. It's not a great workspace, but it's what I've got available to me at this moment in time. So just bear that in mind. These videos will take a bit longer to be produced and edited. Basically, like I said, I don't want to do what we do with Spark and have them rushed out and just keep churning out the content and have the quality be a bit hit and miss here and there. So instead, I'd rather sort of spend a little bit longer planning things and trying to make sure that when a video goes up, we have all the supporting information alongside it. We'll have basically any documentation that's required, any assets for that available sooner, and just try to get the kind of everything kind of more cohesively wrapped up. So when a video goes live, some of those videos will also be launching with asset packs. Those asset packs will also go live around the same time as the video, rather than them kind of not necessarily marrying up perfectly. As before, we'll be making sure that patrons have access to the asset packs for Lens Studio and Blender. Blender videos will take longer. I'm sort of warning you now. I'm sort of aiming to try and get some Blender videos done this month, but I am not an expert in Blender. I grew up with 3ds Max. I am not a fan of old school Blender, but Blender has changed. And because I've been kind of focusing on so many different packages and with the current world situation still ongoing, although it is getting a little bit better, I'm kind of still trying to get my head around some areas before I feel comfortable enough to deliver it. Thankfully, my shoulder has sort of started to gain some moment, although I still can't move my head too much this way without pain, which is fun. So that kind of put a hamper over my weekend plans of producing videos to a degree. So there is a little bit of a pushback on the first Lens Studio video. It is being worked on. It should be out this week. And like I said, we will be starting it from the very ground, working our way up. We'll have a new level system to indicate the difficulty, and the assets that will be available for it will also be released at the same time. What we're going to do with the beginner level or the sort of introductory levels is we're going to kind of talk through different templates, different processes and different areas. and approach it in that manner before we start moving into more difficult and complex things such as machine learning and JavaScript, which will probably be a bit of way off, to be honest with you. It probably won't be till the end of the month / early September. So yeah, that's basically what I'm aiming to do. And just a little update, I just didn't want you to kind of feel like I'm not around, I haven't disappeared. I'm still producing content, I'm still aiming to deliver this content. I just want to make sure it's better, better edited, better produced, better planned. And so that it means I am still looking at emails, I'm still responding to questions. I am working on getting a proper kind of website or repository together. So at the moment we have very much video guides and Gumroad packs, and we have Patreon, which I'm still trying to keep more on top of going this month onwards. But we will also be launching a website which will hopefully have written guides for areas that aren't quite right for a video, let's just say. And it'll also, by having written guides, it will mean that to some degree I might actually be able to speed up some of the production process, because it is actually quicker to write and take screenshots than it is to record a video, edit it, and wait 2 to 3 hours for it to, do its thing, so to speak. Basically, another thing I am also still obviously wanting is you to share me your comments, share your creations, contact me, because I do want to see what you do. We do have a Discord channel, which is available and should be linked in the description down below. So we have our own Discord channel. It's not very active at the moment, and I'm not on there very much, to be honest with you. But I will be hoping to run some more sort of live sessions that will use Discord as a kind of way for me to be able to talk to you. And we will even maybe do some video calls and call chats if anybody's really wanting that sort of stuff. Again, my content is very much driven by what you say and what you request. In terms of Spark content, we're not going to do any more. So we will do some more Spark videos, but they probably won't be anything you see on this channel for a while. There won't be kind of our regular streamed content or our regularly made content. It'll be more content that's produced sort of as and when I feel, or there's a big significant update out, or something I just sort of feel like would be the right time to do a video on it. So I will also share any videos or tutorials that I still think are useful on Spark via the community tab. So again, Spark is still being looked at. I will do some videos on it in the long term, but I'm not going to be as proactive with the Spark community for at least this month anyway. So again, thank you very much to my patrons. Thank you very much for those who go into Gumroad, which again, those Gumroad offerings will be changing. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because again, your support is more important than ever because of AdSense and the kind of adpocalypse style approach that's happening across the world with everything at the moment. So as you're probably aware, views don't earn as much as they used to at the moment on YouTube. So again, it's a bit of a balancing act between the amount of time I can actually spend creating content. So Patreon has very much allowed me to keep producing content, and I do want to just make sure and reiterate that Blender Studio and Blender videos will be coming out this month, but I don't want to rush them out. I want to make sure they're decent and good quality. So if you don't see a video upload sort of for 2 to 3 days, or even potentially up to a week at a time, it's not that there isn't anything done. It's not that I've disappeared. It's not that I'm not going to make content. It's the fact that I am working on content in the background, and I don't want to just rush out the door if I can help it. That being said, if the gaps start to get significantly long, I will upload videos. So these videos will be things like an update like this one is, or it'll be something I'm just sort of doing on the side. So something quick and easy like an After Effects tutorial, or the last bits of the cat animated videos, although they weren't super analytically amazing. But I will try and keep on top of things. But again, yeah, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry I'm rambling again, and I will see you again very soon. Goodbye.